What was it like in the locker room after your first win?
Well, I mean, these guys were excited. I think, you got to give our players a lot of credit. It was one of those games where we just made it harder on ourselves than we needed to. We had a chance to go ahead by 2 scores. If we can kick the extra point, and then they blocked the extra point, run it back, and now instead of a 10-point game and Navy being in a little bit of a bind because of style of offense, it's a 7-point game. And that was a huge play, obviously. But I was just really proud of our guys for battling. We just kept talking about all week about, just keep your head down and keep playing. And it's a 60-minute game, and ended up being about a 65-minute game today. But I'm just happy for them.
What went in your decision to roll the dice and go for 2 and 0-2?
Well, there was kind of a number of things, really. Number one, felt like we had a good play. That's a play that we've kind of run through the years. I'll tell you, the science of football coaching, you guys want to know the whole truth. About 2 years ago when I was at Cal, we needed a 2-point play, so we got on Google and Googled good 2-point plays, believe it or not. And the tape showed up of this game, this 2-point play, I believe it was Alabama and Auburn from about 10 years ago. So we put it in at Cal, ran it against Oregon, helped us win a ball game, get a game into overtime that I think we won in 2 or 3 overtimes against Oregon. So it's something we've worked all camp. It was, so I felt like we had a good play to start with. The second thing was, we were running out of bodies defensively. We were beat up. I mean, we were getting ready to have to go with a couple of true freshmen, a linebacker. And so, just felt like it was something we needed to do. And
what went into the decision to put Ben Hicks in overtime?
We just felt like we needed to throw the ball, and Ben's just played more. You know what I mean? And Will got a little banged up, during the game, and so it just felt like that, in that situation, Ben just had more experience, and we thought going in that we were going to have to throw the football. Braeden was out of gas. X and Kamen were both out with injuries, and Braeden just didn't have much left in the tank. And so we just felt like, given that set of circumstances, that was the right decision to make. And you have to give Ben Hicks an enormous amount of credit. Just his character for losing his job a week ago, and in coming back today and leading us to victory. And I just can't tell you enough about him and how he handled it and what that meant for us, and just really appreciative that he's, that he did that, and he's selfless and practiced his tail off all week. Probably had the best week of practice he's had, and I just, like I said, just can't say enough about him.
Now, last week didn't end in victory, but how important was it for you to find some good moments in the Michigan game? How did they carry over in this victory?
Yeah, I mean, I think in our locker room, there wasn't one person that wasn't disappointed we lost the game. But I did think that there were some moments that gave us some confidence. You know what I'm saying? I thought I thought playing in the big house wasn't too big for us. And so when it got to overtime today, our guys just kind of went out there and did their thing. And so I just, just really, like I said, starting to see some guys, believe in themselves and have some confidence. And, Navy's a hard team to beat. I mean, these guys are really, really a hard team to beat. Well, I know they are because we haven't done it for 20 years. And so, we played for a trophy that our players have never even seen before. We've never had the trophy, the Gans trophy. And, from Frank Gans, we've never had possession of the trophy before. So, they're hard to beat. They're good. I mean, they're well coached. They play hard. They don't beat themselves. You got to give them a ton of credit. They're just, they're going to get their best every single Saturday.
You mentioned how long. Were you surprised by the decision to go for 2?
No, because right before, or right after they scored, I was going to ask Coach Lashley if we were going to go for 2, but I didn't. And then right after we scored, I looked at him and said 2, and he was telling me left hash, so I knew we were, or left middle hash, and so I knew we were going for 2, and I knew what play was coming, so we've been working on that. So.
For either of you, what was it like waiting out the review by the officials on that after that last play?
hell. It was terrible. I mean, I think all the guys on our side knew it was going to be a touchdown, but just that slight chance in the back of your head, it's like, if they call this back. In my mind, I was like, God, I have nothing else to give. Like, I've given everything I had right now. My back is killing me, but I think, and everybody on the sideline knew it was going to be a touchdown.
Braeden, you're always beat up after every game, but are you more beat up than any game after today, or is it pretty far on the scale?
I think just today, with Zay and Free being banged up, I just had to step up into a bigger role, take some more snaps. Knew I had a bigger role going into this game, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. If I happen to go down, I knew those two would fill in for me, and there wouldn't be no hesitation. We go in and do the same thing we always do. So, I mean, yeah, I'm beat up. I'm beat up right now. I'm beat up, but I mean, come in, get an ice bath, get some ice, and roll into next week.
Dude's a stud, man.
How do you think the previous 2 weeks against TCU and Michigan prepared you for today to kind of overcome adversity?
I mean, those are two great teams, great defenses, and I mean, just getting that look. I mean, we play TCU every year, and we always go and battle them pretty well. But just being able to go play Michigan at Michigan, I think that was an experience, and it just prepared a lot of people to be like, okay, we can play with Michigan, we can play with anybody in the country if we just limit our mistakes and go in and do what we're supposed to do. I think it just gave a lot of guys a confidence boost going into conference play.
Your coaches have talked about the improvement they've seen each week. How important was it to not only have the improvement today, but end in the victory in terms of just the confidence in the locker room and moving forward into the season?
I think more than anything, it was a huge deal to get a win for guys that have never beaten Navy. Never beaten them, but also gotten our butts kicked for 3 straight years. And we had them on the ropes last year, but still, I think it's a huge deal for the guys that are in that locker room that have been through all that stuff, and also for guys that aren't here anymore that have been through it, and give them a chance to celebrate and feel like they were a part of, this victory. So I'm just happy for the guys that deserve it here and not here anymore.
We know about the 149 yards rushing, but you had 6 catches, 40 yards. How important is it to show your versatility?
Like I said, I think it's big just so, I mean, you got to be able to go anywhere, whenever. Coach wants you to go there. Whether that be being split out, whether that be going to special teams, running back, whatever it is to make the team, to help the team, get the team where it needs to be. Just, yes sir, coach, whatever you need me.
Momentary disappointment that you had to put aside when you found out you weren't getting the start.
Yeah, I mean, I've played in every game the last 2 years except for one. So yeah, I was heartbroken, I was hurt, but I had to swallow my pride and, just take it one day at a time like Braeden always talks about. There was nothing I could do at that point. I just had to be supportive of Will, understand what, Coach was doing, and be ready if my, opportunity presented itself. And, it helps that me and Braeden have been through a lot together here at SMU. So I could, fall back on the things I was able to do when the tough times, came upon us the last couple of years, and I was able to, be ready to play when the time came today. So.